We back in here talking that talk. The Brown brothers are back.
Oh my
God.
Of course, Cal Corday with the names.
Let's just say we got a little flavor on the episode, eh? Hey, boys.
Okay. Got a heavy dose of chocolate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A real heavy dose.
Chocolate, almond. Got a little caramel drizzle.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
We're here to talk about wrestling today, late this week. Mainly day one. Day one was a very, very interesting pay-per-view. Pretty much sum it up, mostly everyone retained. We all know the main event. Obviously, since Brock been added, we all know who's gonna win that, obviously. What was your highlights though? What was your highlight?
Highlights was the disappointment that my boy Roman Reigns wasn't on the card. But keep it $100. I would say that aside from the little bit of hiccup, I would say that Fatal 5-Way match was fun. Yeah. It was fun to watch.
Oh, definitely. It was
pretty good to watch.
Yeah. It was fun to watch, even though it disappointed. Yeah, I was like, it was very disappointing because I was expecting like a good 30-minute classic.
No.
Obviously, maybe Brock wouldn't be doing the whole thing. I thought he was going to come out at the end and just beat everybody up after everybody's been fighting. You know how Brock do. I was expecting
just get a cheap victory.
Exactly. If you know anyone with Brock has 5 to 10 minute match, 10 minute maybe if he's feeling it. 10-minute matches. That's it.
Yeah.
So we all. I knew it.
Brock match I watched.
I knew it was gonna be short.
Brock match I watched in a while was probably with Roman, and that was at WrestleMania 34, 35. Whenever they fought in that, everybody was hating it because it was long and slow.
Yeah, that's one. What's the name? Was that when Seth Rollins cashed in? Was that one?
30. No, that was 31.
I'd have to look that up. I'm not fully sure of the numbers anymore at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah, I fell off after 30, but no, 31 was the one following, and that was the one when Roman won. That was when he was hot dog shit when everybody hated him.
Oh yeah.
Now he's what we like to call thebomb.com. Okay.
Let's speak about that a little bit. Let's just speak about the year of Roman freaking Reigns. Let's just Tevin, I don't know if you really caught up. I hope you are.
Still in the process, but you guys can go and talk. I'm going to watch it anyway at some point. So
let me tell you that he has been the most hottest thing since I don't know when. I'm telling you, he has been top notch for the past year, and it's helped him out so much. It used to be they had it on Drew. I think that was the time when Drew beat Brock, right?
Yep.
Just about then. And then after that, Roman came back at, what was it, SummerSlam, right? What's SummerSlam?
2020 SummerSlam, yep.
And when he came back for SummerSlam with The Fiend, ever since that new persona change, finally with the heel, that it's been nothing but great success. And the pairing with Paul Heyman, oh man.
Chef Kiss, bro.
It was,
then the Usos?
It was.
Yo.
Oh my god, the stuff he did with the Usos, that still gets me.
It was still, and it was great too.
The Champions match, right, where he was beating the dog crap out of Jay.
Yeah, I remember seeing those matches.
Yeah,
I knew he wasn't gonna win, but just that slight chance of that Hell in a Cell match where he was like, if you don't win, you're out of the family or you're an indentured servant thing. I was like, maybe he might win. It might be a weird fluke win, you know. And then he'd win it back, so that way he pad his stats. I wouldn't have complained about that either. You know why? Because that was a fresh face that you never thought was gonna win. And when they do that, that's always like a shock. Like Jinder Mahal, for example, we talked about the other day.
Oh my god.
Jinder Mahal, nobody believed he was gonna beat Randy. Nobody believed the Miz was gonna cash in champion 10 years ago.
When I watched that match, and I remember when Jinder Mahal won, you could just feel the whole crowd what just happened. It felt like everything just got sucked out, the air.
Sucked the air out of it.
I was like, man, if that was one of the greatest championships that happened, that it just sucked the whole energy out of the crowd. I was like, yo, you can tell from the TV, you're like, wow, that was just happened.
Not to mention that match sucked.
Exactly.
Randy Orton's a GOAT. We'll give all the credit in the world, but his matches are so slow. So when he fights, it's no energy.
Exactly. And that's what I'm happy with Matt Riddle now, because
Matt Riddle moves. He gets his move on.
He kind of paces him. He's much more of a that technician, I think, personally. He's much more like a technical wrestler.
That was the second highlight of that show for me, was the Street Profits and Arcade Bro match. That match was so much fun to watch because it wasn't a boring segment. They had the interaction with the artist in the side, and then we had the Street Profits kind of heelish, kind of thing. You didn't know, okay, are they gonna turn? Are they gonna fight?
I hope they
do. Yeah, in the end, they were still like faces versus faces,
which I think was a bad move. There's not really any heel tag teams for them to fight anymore now that Omos and AJ broke up.
Can we talk about how good it would be if the Street Profits turn heel? I think Montrez Ford is a gem. It's a gem that is just waiting to just blossom. You know what I mean? Waiting to just shine. I think he's right there. I think he would be an incredible singles competitor if he ever had the chance to. And he actually got to push the right way.
I guess I got Otis and Gable too as another heel stable.
I mean, but nobody really believes him.
A heel?
Yes. He didn't know. He didn't see that yet. Yeah.
That was last year.
Yeah, Otis is now a heel, and he's
not on shows. That's probably why you see him.
Exactly. You don't see him though. When they had on an interview, I was like, "Whoa, he's on the interview."
Late last year.
Yeah.
He's been heel since Survivor Series of last year. Whenever he shaved his head.
See, that's the next thing I need to watch. Then keep on catching out those pay-per-views.
Yeah, it's a quite dramatic shock after that whole thing with Mandy Rose and
exactly.
And after that, it was just
Money in the Bank. He was. I mean, nobody believed he was gonna be the champion.
No.
But that's like a lot of other people that you say. Like I said, if Jay had won,
can you imagine Jay was a Universal Champion?
I would only see it for like a week.
Exactly,
I could see it for like a week though. Like if it was gonna happen, they're gonna be like, all right, and he's be like, "Oh, you won, good job." Now
you gotta lose
beat me again, like because babyfaces when they're the champion, they're ready to fight the same night. They always do that. Drew McIntyre when he was champ, we could have had a match tonight, and then he lose the belt,
and they lose the belt.
So it's like, okay, do it. Now the heel, like Roman's like, I beat you. You gotta wait till next month.
Yeah,
we fight you when I'm ready. They always say that when I'm ready, it's the next pay-per-view. I'm not an idiot, But no, it's
a good way to pad out their championship time.
That's what I meant. They do that with Charlotte all the time. You just watched Money in the Bank, right?
Yep, I saw how she beat Rhea Ripley at least last year for it.
Yeah, she beat Rhea Ripley, and because you're not watching Raw, the next pay-per-view you're gonna see, and it's gonna be stupid. You're gonna be like, what happened? And you're just gonna just know that it's stupid. They're padding their stats, and that's why I thought they were gonna do a Roman, but I'm glad they went the other way with that long reign. Because he definitely deserved a long reign, especially because the first time he was Universal Champion, he wasn't getting like booed or nothing, but he also was, because he had just came back from leukemia or something like that. I don't remember. He just came back.
Yeah, he was only getting like the sympathy from that leukemia thing, and not really as a character.
Exactly.
Getting like the
that
cheers
heel
from it.
That heel really.
That heel turn made it better.
So I think it only solidified his career now. Like even if he goes out now, he's still gonna be. I mean, quote unquote, one of the greatest of all time. Because it's just. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can put him up there with The Rock. Personally,
he's definitely the face. Because everybody that watches, I would say that watches SmackDown is looking for Rock.
Exactly. I was like,
nobody else that I'd watch it for.
It kind of like how like back in the day when The Rock had his finally his big break, and it really solidified him because he had that personality and all that stuff. When the fire came out, he turned into a star. So I feel like it's the same way with Roman Reigns. Like honestly, if you put him like with anyone, it would be bad because he used to be a face. But so you turn him heel, what he been wanting to do. I mean, look at him now, like box office. Like he has to be seen, has to be.
He's a man. I heard that he wants to be in movies.
Yeah.
So he might not be in wrestling.
Oh, so he's trying to go that route now, like be a part-time wrestler.
Yeah,
and
he's doing it for now because he's a star, but like he's building his star right now. But he was recently featured in a movie with Becky Lynch. Mm-hmm. It was an animated movie. It was like a wrestling animated movie by WWE Studios, and he was like a cameo. It wasn't like a big thing, but they keep teasing like, oh, Roman's doing a lot of voice acting roles and stuff like that. And somebody teasing the crowd, oh, I loved you in Aquaman. He said, just better believe if I was in a movie, you make a whole lot damn more money. And
I saw that too. That's good. It was fun.
And so it's like he keeps like teasing these things like he wants to be in movies. And The Rock was like, yeah, I definitely want him in the next Hobbs and Shaw, because he was in Hobbs and Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't like us. He didn't say any words in the movie, but
he was just like that big Samoan dude in the background.
The background character. But I think it'd be nice for them too, because now they finally have more time to develop new people. I think it'll be. I mean, he did his thing in the pandemic area.
10 years.
Yeah.
This year will be 10 years for Roman.
Just and I mean, they still got plenty of stars. Roman kind of ran through the whole roster, so I don't think it's really much left for him to do.
That's why That's why I'm just saying, if he did have, what they said, if he really did have, why didn't they just strip him of the belt?
That's what I'm saying. Well,
who was he gonna beat anyway? Who's gonna beat Roman? Nobody on SmackDown's beating Roman except for Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I just feel like it wasn't really. I just feel like it was just weird how they announced it. You know what I mean? Like they put him on full blast at the beginning. I was like. But it's Seth Rollins. They kept that on the low. So
they did that with Sasha Banks too. Because remember Sasha at SummerSlam, she got pulled from her championship match, and Bianca fought Becky.
It was just weird.
Yeah. So it's like, what's the point? What's like, if it's not like a work, why would you joke about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We all know Roman's got like a thing, and then they talked about it on Raw.
They keep on bringing it up. That's what I was like. I had felt like it's a work, but it was
disgusting. A snake behavior.
I remember when we first watched it. We all looked at it. We all decided, we were like, "Huh? Did they really just say that?"
He's spitting.
They really just announced that he. Oh, okay. I mean, all right.
Like that.
It was just weird.
But yeah, man.
I think my highlight was. I definitely would say, if. It's hard to think. I think one of the I would say the Street Profits is probably my number one. I knew Brock was gonna win. I knew Brock was gonna win. That's why I kind of like it. It didn't really surprise me. The Street Profits was really good though. I didn't really know what to expect coming from there. I really didn't know. I thought it'd be like some type of slow match, but it was actually good. Liv Morgan, y'all girl, get screwed over again.
She did so good in that match.
She did really well. That wasn't a bad match for her showing. It's just the ending, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. I just don't.
And you know what's funny? It looked like it looked believable. Like it looked like she was gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. The way she was fighting in that match, she was fighting like she was gonna win. Like at Money in the Bank, you just recently watched. I was watching it the whole time, edge of the seat, thinking she's gonna win. They keep giving her all the promos.
Mm-hmm.
They keep bigging her up, and she came out all emotional on the stage. She might be winning this. Everybody, so that's why she's my number one pick for Royal Rumble win.
That's what I think. I
feel like she's gonna win.
I feel like that's the momentum she needs. I think she needs
her a Liv Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because she lost, moment.
Right? She lost at day one, but literally the next night at Raw, she didn't just sit in the back and not be on the show. She was on the next. She was in the thing, still calling out Becky,
Mm-hmm.
And now her and Bianca doing the thing. So it's like, okay, good. Keep Bianca in the main event. Keep her in the main event. Let's keep stars. Everybody doesn't gotta disappear for like 2 months after they lose.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that. I think personally, if she could have a little Kofi Mania, a little Kofi Mania moment. Mm-hmm. I mean, it'd be nice. I don't think she'll be ever a long-term champion, but I think it'll definitely a nice, a crowd pleaser. You know what I mean? Like somebody probably like wanted for a very long time. She definitely has potential too. What else is on the card? Edge and The Miz.
It was mediocre.
It was mediocre.
I like Edge and I like Miz, but they wrestle too similar.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very slow, very methodical, like Randy Orton, where it feels like they're supposed to tell a story, but like if two people have the same kind of wrestling, it doesn't feel fun. Unless they're like really technical. Because that's when
it felt really long.
Or exciting.
It felt way too long.
It was drawn out.
It was a very long match.
That's why.
Yeah, there was 2 matches that were like that, and that was that, and then the Drew McIntyre Madcap Moss.
Yeah,
fight.
That was
like, why was that on the show? That's a SmackDown.
I forgot that was a match on there.
Yeah,
that's a SmackDown match for me, personally.
That's a pre-show match.
I'd much rather watch Cesaro and Ricochet fight Sheamus and Rich Holland.
Exactly.
Because Ricochet and Cesaro, they fight explosively. They get in there and strongman and fly and whatever.
What do you think about
Sheamus is brutal. Yeah.
Cesaro is one of the few people that you can put him in any type of match with any person, it'll still be a great match. Just because he's just such a great wrestler. Like I just think he's just that gifted. I just think if he just works, I just wish he had the mic skills as like a. I don't even say like a Roman Reigns, but just like someone, like if he had like a good manager, I feel like he'd be up at the top. I feel like that's the only thing that kills him.
But both managers he's had, which was Paul Heyman
and
Zeb Coulter.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Zeb Coulter did nothing for him, and then Paul Heyman, yes, he did something for a little bit, but then he kind of disappeared. I guess he just gave Cesaro, whatever, because he's mad athletic. He did big things. Every person that worked with Paul Heyman won some kind of championship in some point in time that he was with him. Whether that was Curtis Axel, and then he gave it to him, Ryback with some Intercontinental Championship or something like that. They did something. He was in the world title picture, you know. So it's like, it's not. They're just giving him the wrong people. I don't think he would have been I don't think he's a Paul Heyman guy.
No,
you know? He definitely doesn't fit that number.
Nah,
Roman, beefcake, big deal. Brock Lesnar was a beefcake. Heck, even Ryback probably would have been better, but I just thought his wrestling kind of.
This is my question though: who y'all think would be a great manager for him? If y'all could pick someone for Cesaro.
I said, are there any really managers these?
Like if he had to pick, like out of all the managers that was possibly there,
like that are right now, or are we talking about just in general?
Just in general.
Okay.
I gotta think on that one. I think he needs a girl. Like,
that's what I was saying.
Like a woman. Like think what's the dude that just got released from NXT? He had Scarlett as his manager. What's his name?
Oh, Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross.
Yeah, think him. She barely did anything, but she made him look good. He was vanilla, very vanilla dude.
Yeah,
very great of very entrance, very great. Valet. You go out there with somebody that compliments you. That's all you need.
I feel like he's missing that.
She don't got to be nothing crazy. She don't got to do a whole lot of talking. Hold the belt, look like a big deal. Heck, it could be Carmella. She got to talk.
You and Carmella.
Carmella's good.
You and Carmella.
Going back, this is actually before she became Queen Zelina. I think Zelina will probably be
I was gonna say the same
good
thing.
manager for him.
I was gonna say the same thing. I personally like Zelina.
I think Zelina would fit a Hispanic superstar better. Like Dominic Mysterio. If he jacks up a little bit, maybe loses a little bit of that baby face, maybe grow a beard.
But I feel like if Dominic he need to establish himself first. Yeah, obviously he'll need Ray. I get that, but I think the only reason he's gonna finally be single, like be a single competitor, if Rey Mysterio retires. I don't think they're gonna let him split him up and and start. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, so they tried, but Rey Mysterio said he won't with that.
Nah. I mean, respectively, yeah. I don't want to fight my son on national TV. And,
the only way Rey said he wanted if he has a retirement match with his son, which he said that would be an honor, because then he'd give his son his stuff. Because Dominic has a mask and stuff, but Rey Mysterio says he needs to earn it first. You don't just put the mask on.
Hey, okay, that's a good. Hey, go ahead, Dad.
He's doing his thing. I like it. But I think Dom needs a manager. He needs somebody to get. He's really young. I mean, you got to remember, he's like 22. Mm-hmm. He's not. He's 20. I think he's 23. He's not that old.
I think he might be 23.
So, yeah, he's not. Young. He's not that old. So he's one of the youngest wrestlers on the roster. Austin Theory, I think, is very close to him in age as well.
Mm.
Is Theory still on there? Or was he one of the releases?
Austin Theory, he's doing something with Mr. McMahon right now.
Yeah, which is
he's the first person that was announced for the Royal Rumble, actually.
Which is really weird.
Yeah, which that's kind of weird, very weird. Actually,
But going back to the Dominic Mysterio thing, I think if he can spend time in NXT, I think that could blossom him more. I think
in the cruiserweight division or the North American drink.
He has to start off he
needs to fight some worthy competitors around his.
He don't need to fight Sami Zayn, but he needs to fight like the cruiserweight division. Like get up there and then get some
younger
wins.
Guys.
Yeah, that's what he needs.
Because I mean, he's fighting established stars like Sami Zayn has been in the business for 10+ years. I mean, yeah, they're gonna give you a good match. Obviously, they know what they're doing. But if you really are working, because really that person is pretty much coaching you the whole match.
Mm-hmm.
Not really you're out there making decisions and audibles, doing the same 10 moves like John Cena. John Cena was great, but I'm making no audibles like mid match and doing some crazy stuff.
I think the newest thing John Cena put in his moveset was his little.
It's like a forearm thing.
Yeah, his little forearm thing he does where he just sits in the corner and then he charges up with his little.
Like the Wonder Woman thing. You missed that.
Oh, you need to
that was
see
like
it.
2018.
You need to see it. Ever since he came back with his whole patch of hair, and this I think it was the time during when Becky became the man, and had her.
It was 2018 or 2019.
Yeah, when she had a run, and John Cena came back.
Also, he went to jewels.
Yeah, he went to the corner. He said, ah! And hit it with a forearm. I was like, "What is that?"
That sounds awkward just to hear about it, let alone see it.
It was so.
And Justin is not. He's a decent actor, but like you could tell he was like
he was uncomfortable.
He looked like he was trying to laugh, man.
Yeah, it was.
He's focused in that thing. The only good acting performance John Cena's done in that in WWE is when he was fighting the Fiend.
Yeah.
And real time, it just looked like he was faking it. You could tell he was faking
that whole match they had. What pay-per-view was that?
That was WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, yeah. Part 36. 2 when they first did the recorded one.
That was great. I liked that one a lot. I also like another underrated one with me was AJ Styles Undertaker. That was a good one.
The cinematic matches were great.
Every
other match was weird.
Yeah.
The Drew McIntyre Brock Lesnar match was garbage.
As always.
Which also, like, you know, what made me mad is they're in the performance center and there was no other sound, no crowd noise, nothing. So when
it was just like deadpan silent.
Yeah. So it was weird, but like it was also more weird when the belt is a Velcro belt, and a big man like Brock Lesnar takes it off and all I hear is. I tried to laugh, man. I was like, ah.
Yeah,
so,
that
killed then Drew McIntyre did the same thing the next night fighting Big Show. He was like, yeah, I want a match, and they're like, yeah, this happened right after WrestleMania. Bro, you just changed the graphics. This is probably on Raw.
Exactly. It was.
And Big Show slapped him in the face. He said, "You gonna fight me for the belt?" Slapped him. He said, "All right." Ripped it off, and I'm just like, ah.
You think about it, man. That whole pandemic. What was the thing called? The arena called where they fought at every week.
The Thunderdome.
The Thunderdome. The Thunderdome era.
The Thunderdome.
It was just, but at times it just got like, without a crowd, it's so dead to be a wrestler. I'm sorry. But it's a horrible time to be a wrestler because it just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't hit the same as like if you had a crowd. I think the first time they had a crowd was when they had Roman was a big deal, and then they had the Usos versus the the Bloodline versus Edge.
Mysterio. That was the first show back.
And that was the first show back, and you could hear the pop. Like, it was just crazy.
The Usos, Roman Reigns told New York to acknowledge him.
Mm-hmm.
Magic.
And that started his whole, I feel like he got more comfortable the more heel he is.
Yeah.
I feel like
he's comfortable because he's acting like himself just times 10.
Yeah.
He's not. Nobody really acts like a baby face. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody acts like a superhero. I mean, I can understand. Okay, yeah, you don't want people to get bullied or you don't want to get made fun of. But when Braun Strowman, that beefcake ass man, talk about I used to get bullied all the time. I used to be fat. I hate it. You don't like bullies. You know what bullies do?
We all know your big ass are fat. That's all.
Like, bro, I don't even believe this. Braun Strowman should be a monster. Yeah. You don't gotta be a heel monster. You could be a beefcake big man. I don't care.
Kind of like a Brock again, where you don't have to talk. He could just fight, and that's how people like him. You know what I mean? He's just like a fighter.
Cut the chatter, drop the mic, and start beating ass, bro. Why?
Remember the time he said, "Catch these hands." I said, "All right, Braun, you're going a little too far, bud." I didn't
hate that. I didn't hate
little, So come on, catch these hands. I was like, okay.
I hate it when he put the army fit on, shaved his head bald, and started.
That's what I was like. All right.
And then started being like, I hate bullies. Like, bro, you're a grown man. Why you shouldn't be getting bullied. Nobody should be bullied.
Mainly just like the advocates that they have to do for like school sponsors and whatnot.
That's what I heard though.
But somebody like that should be like anybody, like let's just say for example, Nia Jax.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody like Nia Jax could be slightly believable. Braun Strowman, getting bullied because he's tall.
That's why I wanted to know.
That was by Shane McMahon. He kept calling him stupid. You think I care about this match? The only time I cared about a bully storyline was Mickie James versus Michelle McCool, and they kept calling her fat, even though she wasn't fat. We knew she wasn't fat, but then they came out with the pig suit and they're doing all the dancing. I was like, oh, that's messed up. Don't be doing that.
And they've done that multiple times though.
Yeah.
Like how you were saying with Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax that one time. Just keep on going and going.
Didn't it happen to Bailey too? The Alexa Bliss and Bailey thing? Didn't that happen?
They did it with Bailey because they kept calling her a little girl and
that was good. It
was good, but the matches sucked.
That's the one that sucks. It's like the build was good and then the match was just absolutely ass. And I was like,
and Bailey was the only believable person I could believe. Also, that was Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I was like. It's like, oh yeah, she's standing up for the kids. That's what her character is.
And then she said no to Candlestick and got her ass whooped. And I was like, all right.
Yeah. Candlestick. Oh, I can't use this.
And literally got her ass whooped.
Women's titles on the line, and you're sitting here. I can't use this. This is a no DQ match. I can't do this.
Exactly.
You are a wrestler. You signed up for this. You don't put on a crime fighter mask and say, I'm not gonna punch him though. I'm not gonna hit him. I'm gonna talk to him. Hey, by the way,
you better pull a Batman.
Don't do that.
How's that working for Nikki Ash?
Oh
exactly.
My God.
Nikki Ash is almost a superhero. Almost sucks. Should almost be fired.
Thank you. Can we just say that's probably the worst gimmick in all of WWE so far? I'm just saying. I hate the superhero thing. I truly
get what it stands for.
I mean, it's.
But I think it's not supposed to. I don't think it's aimed for us. You know, that's why we don't like it. It's not for us.
It's for little kids. I get, but
it's for little kids, and you know, I heard you moving merchandise.
I just don't like it. Well, yeah, when you say that now, yeah,
she's moving merchandise. Now, the only person I think is not benefit from it, Rhea Ripley. Why is she in this Gold Dust Booker T tag team? Why is she in Team Hell No right
Gold Dust Booker T. That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is.
Of all people,
Nikki Ash.
She does not deserve this. Anybody could do this. It could be anybody that don't got nothing to do. Rhea Ripley does not need to be in no tag team picking up Nikki Ash when she's doing all the legwork.
She should be in the title picture, to be honest with you.
She should be one of them people.
I think she should be a long range champion.
That very small women's wrestling, because I love women's wrestling, but they don't have enough women stars to have 2 separate belts and tag team titles across 2 shows, and then the women's wrestling on NXT is a little bit more expensive because they use NXT UK people and they use the full NXT people and the 205 Live.
They have a lot of people. Like I saw something on YouTube where they had Caden Carter and an tag team. And I was like, whoa! Like I forgot they had them on NXT because they have so many people. Yeah, they
can rotate them. That's why they're cutting so many. Also, NXT was the biggest roster because it ties in 205. It ties in the UK and NXT, and it was the biggest roster of all of them. And you got to look back at the releases; they've lost the most people.
Yeah,
is NXT.
Oh, yeah.
All of the black and gold people, 90% of them are on Orton.
Yeah. I know the Dusty Rhodes Classic should be coming up, right? Nope. Apparently, no.
Unless they announced it, it's not coming.
That's what I thought they were fighting for. They were talking about the women's tag team champion. Maybe it's not the Dusty Rhodes. Maybe it's something different.
The Mae Young Classic. No, that's different. That's another Royal Rumble type of thing.
I think it was some. I don't know what the actual name was, but I know they were talking about it in their the little YouTube video. That's what I thought. Because they said they're going for the NXT titles. I was like, oh, like I guess they bring back the tournament.
The breakout tournament recently.
Yeah,
and Carmelo Hayes won that.
Oh yeah, that's what you're telling me.
Yeah, and that's why he's right now. Like I said, I think probably going to be the big dog for NXT for the next few months.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him winning the title this year, but at least if he doesn't get called up within this year, I see him moving to the world title picture by the end of the year.
Yeah, how did I say that? Because they're moving so many pieces. I don't know why. It's just like they funnel them out, and then also they turn into jobbers, and then they get released. That's pretty much it.
You go from fighting for the NXT title to nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like
if you're not fighting for the belt, you're never featured. You're just in pointless matches.
I really thought Ricochet would be a long-term champion. That was one of the ones I was like,
oh yeah, he had a short run for that title. That title
really short run. He never got the NXT championship. He only got the North American, right?
Nope. Yeah, he only got North American.
And I was like, man.
Yeah, because after that, moved on to the main roster.
Yeah, I was like,
a Dusty Rhodes Classic winner though. He did win that.
Mm-hmm. But it was just like that was one of the ones that should have been running it for like a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like how Aleister Black did for a little. How what?
I'm gonna say this. It's controversial. I like Ricochet, but I don't think he's world championship material. I just don't. He's not a good talker. He's not believable when he talks. He's athletic. He's a great wrestler. I love watching him, but I definitely think that I don't think my opinion has changed on him. And I think it's maybe because of how they present it. They don't give him a chance to grow, you know? Sorry if that offends anybody.
I don't think that's really that controversial. I mostly see him like, with those minor championships, not like the big ones quite yet.
If they give him a room to do something like that, that's great. But if you look at the past champions, the smallest dude that had that belt recently was AJ Styles or Daniel Bryan. Nobody else.
No, I'm not talking about world championship. No, I'm talking about like NXT wise. I wasn't talking about like. I'm not talking about. Yeah, no, I'm not. No. I was talking about like. I'm not talking about like world championship wise. No. I was talking about like past freaking.
So that's what I meant to NXT.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay. Then
you can ask me. I was like NXT. What do you mean? But
okay, he was great in NXT. Yeah, because they let him just be who he is.
That's what I was saying. But now he has a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
he has a lot of work to do.
The only person I can believe that can turn around like something like that would be like somebody that's been in slight contention, or we've been fighting for this person to be a champion for a long time, like Cesaro. He looks believable. Big E, when we got it, it looked believable, even though he didn't really win the organic way. Kind of cashed in, which I kind of think sucked, but I definitely was happy that he won the belt. Yeah, I'm definitely glad he won. I'm still definitely glad he won the belt.
He won.
And you know what's funny? Big E was NXT champion, and I forgot about that until just now.
Yeah, he was champion. Yeah,
I forgot. Champion. He was the second champion. He beat Seth Rollins.
And
I wish he brought that up in his match because they just act like you weren't on NXT.
And that would be good for you to go back to the to the past.
Really good in NXT.
It'd be great for you. It'd be great for you. I would love to see that, but unfortunately, I mean, we still got Bobby and Brock. Shit.
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited.
But now, what are we gonna do with the other three guys?
That's what I'm saying.
The other three guys that have been fighting for the belt from the beginning. Kevin only got inserted into that match because he decided to resign. Because if he didn't, he would have been gone by the end of this month.
Yep.
So it would have just been those two. And Bobby just came back because he came back from, I think, a minor injury or something like that. And they're just like, we got to do something with him. He's a man.
He's a man.
Brock was and Brock was only in there just because.
He showed up the first time. We had nothing to do. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna go out and win this damn belt. let me just slide it real quick. Win this damn belt. And go home. You know that's what he did.
My worst nightmare is they're gonna unify these titles. They're gonna make one brand,
and that's what I'm scared about.
They're talking about. There's rumors on YouTube circulating. I don't know if y'all watch Cultaholic, World Culture, stuff like that, but there's stuff circulating. With what's it called? With the brand split ending because there's not that much talent.
Yeah, it's true. That's only one.
Not anymore.
50?
I would
between Raw and SmackDown, right?
Yeah, that's 50 total. 50 total people. There's more people working at a warehouse than it is that are on a TV show 3 hours
every week. But honestly, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind it because it goes back to the old ways. It would go back to the old ways how it used to be.
I don't think they need to combine the belts.
Yeah,
they can combine the women's belt. I'm okay with that because there's not enough women. The tag team titles, I think they need to go away personally. But the women's title, yes, because then at that point they can scrap the tag team titles and give them a mid-card women's belt, which they should have. There's too many women that have to wait for a world title for Charlotte to have it half the year to get her back by the end of the year again. For her to have her minimum of 2 reigns a year.
Yeah, I think they should. You remember how back then they used to have kind of like all the titles where it was like, but what's a brand related? It was like Raw Heavyweight, WWE, Tag Team, Intercontinental, US Champ. Like it was all on one general thing.
Night of Champions.
Yeah, that's what I feel like they should do that. Instead of just having the Raw, SmackDown, NXT, you know what I mean? Like, kind of feel like it's just, once you combine them, you have to okay, what we're going to do with this? What we're going to do with that? I feel like it opens so much more because now you can use kind of like the WWE as okay, the top, the superior one. And then the Raw Heavyweight be okay, it's kind of like the second major card, you know what I mean? Not just the United States Championship that has no goddamn meaning at all.
You just have the belt.
It's just there. Or the Intercontinental, it just lost so much value. What's the last time Shinsuke defended that championship?
Shinsuke defended the title. There's a tournament going on to fight Shinsuke, right? Sami Zayn is gonna be the one to fight him. I think it's happening.
And he's gonna win again, and then nothing's gonna matter. Like
he's not gonna win the title.
He's not.
He's not gonna win. No.
Did he won it before? Yeah, he won it once.
Shinsuke has been the Intercontinental Champion
for like God knows how long.
Since Big E lost it.
Yeah, he did have it. Big E did have it.
Yeah, because Big E beat actually Big E lost it at WrestleMania. He beat Apollo. He's been the champion, I think, since Money in the Bank. Just as long he's been the champion is about as long as the Usos have been the tag team champion, which has been almost 7 months.
Jesus Christ!
And he's defended the title,
but no one cares.
Four times.
That's the worst part.
You want to know how many times he's defended it on a pay per view?
None.
0.
Oh my God!
The Intercontinental Championship was defended on pay per view twice last year. The only reason I know that is because I looked it up.
I knew. I was like, what's the last time we see this dude defend a championship? And I knew it. I knew it was not on the pay per view because every time I look, I never see it.
The 2 times it was defended on pay per view was when Big E was champion, and that was Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do anything at Fastlane or whatever that thing was called last year, in between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
Great Balls of was it Great Balls of Fire?
No, that was like
20. No, that was that's the one spin off they had.
Yeah, it was I think it was I think they did Fastlane. And
it was Fastlane.
They did Fastlane and Elimination Chamber, all in between WrestleMania. He defended Royal Rumble, WrestleMania.
That's true, I think.
Big E was the champion for 5 months, Intercontinental champion.
They had
5 months Intercontinental, and then he's been
in the days, man. With Dolph had it, or the Miz Intercontinental reign. He brought good value. Much as I think I like him as a heel, like a lot. Like before, I used to hate the motherfucker, like hate him. Like, okay, why is he here? But like now, he's like, when I look back on it, I'm older. I'm like, damn, he was really a good heel. Like,
we talking about Dolph Ziggler?
No, I'm talking about the Miz.
No, the Miz.
The Miz.
Oh, the Miz. Miz is a great heel. I just think they have nothing to do with him anymore.
Yeah, I just think he's at the
point. I think he's at the point where, because he's been wrestling for like 11, 12 years. He came out in like 2006.
Yeah, something like that.
So he's been going for a while. He's at the point where he doesn't need to wrestle.
Yeah, I was like,
he could just be one of those people that he could be on commentary for all I care.
He found a young.
He still has his own TV show too.
Exactly. I feel like if he found a young wrestler and just latched onto him and Maurice, that's all you need. I mean, like how
this was my theory. MJF, if he ever, because he said he wants to be in WWE. He said if whenever he stops wrestling here and if they want him and MJF would be such an either annoying or he'd be a great manager for him.
Exactly, or like a mentor. Just latch onto him until it's time to go. Boom, heel turn. That's it. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like,
serve the purpose, man. That's all you need to do. That's what I used to love the wrestlers used to do. People don't put people over no more. Nah. It's always just, oh yeah, I'm Brock Lesnar. I gotta win every match. I understand you gotta win to look like a big deal.
Every title match.
You can't lose every match.
You can't.
If you're not gonna wrestle, why do you want to be here? Oh, you need the money. What do you need the belt for? You can fight anybody.
Exactly. I think I saw on a line where it said apparently didn't think about doing like the chase for you talking about was your idea with Roman Reigns. Having lose that Royal it wasn't Royal Rumble before he won it. It was like
day one.
Day one. He was gonna lose it and then win the Royal Rumble and then chase him for it. And I was like, yeah, but we see that all the time.
Yeah, and the thing is I don't want to. I like heel Roman Reigns with the belt.
Exactly.
I feel like if he loses,
it's not gonna be
and let's just say he got screwed over by Paul Heyman. I don't know if I want him to be a face yet. I'm not ready.
I don't want him that. I don't want that.
I sent you a little bit ago. Before I left my last job, I think I told you like what I wanted to happen for day one.
Yeah.
Which neither happened, honestly.
No.
Either a dominating defeat, like a sneaky defeat, or a face turn. Which the face turn was just if all cards fell into place. I definitely thought that they should have a triple threat with between the Usos and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania if they weren't going to put him in the title picture. If he lost the belt, which I definitely think he should take some time off. He deserves some time off. He's been on 10 since 2020.
Last year?
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam last year.
not many people that have held a belt longer than a year and continuously continue to be on at least every show. He doesn't wrestle every show,
but he's there.
Good. But he does those house shows.
He's a president, though. I mean, that's the biggest thing about a champion. Like, as long as you're present and actually making an effort there, that's what everyone wants. Like, you remember when Brock had that? You never saw Brock unless a pay-per-view was coming up. Yeah. Like you might see him then. Like
he had one or two like little programs on,
and that's it. And then he'll win, and then after that, he will go back and just wait till WrestleMania for him to finally get lose the championship. And after that, the next person would defend it, lose it quick. It's pretty much cycle keeps going on. That's all it's like. I'm just waiting for the man to just be like, all right, that's my last run. And that's it. And they're going to move forward because I just feel like he needs to. I'm just tired of just, everything's all good and then Brock comes back and you're like, okay, well, we know who's going to win the title next. He ain't going to roll over for no one. so it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's so many things where like, I'm ready for him to move on, much as I don't want him to. He's been a staple, but I'm ready for him to, because even with the Roman Reigns thing, we were like, oh my God, who's going to face next? People remember about The Rock. I was like, okay, I like that. And then all of a sudden, Brock Lesnar come out, you're like, well, shit, there goes all the rumors. Because Brock's not going to, be a B class for anyone. So it was it sucked. It really did. And I was like, damn. Like, I was hyped, but I was like, sheesh, bro. We all know this means. This means no dream match. Becoming the GOAT, the real GOAT. No dream match like that. I was like, damn, man. Well, it is what it is.
I just want to say real quick, because I'm on this hold on. 13. So Charlotte Flair, back to that real fast. In the women's division. Mm-hmm. She has been on the main roster for 6 years. Mm-hmm. In those 6 years, she has had 13 title reigns. Yes. That are recognized. In total, she's had 16. They removed 3, which I don't know how or why they would do that, but I think because they were really short debuts. I mean, really short wins. Because remember, we had talked about Sasha had the belt. Yeah, they had the belts go back and forth
6 months. It was disgusting. 6 months, yeah. It was disgusting.
She's averaged 2 championships per year since she's been on the champion. That's world titles. Now, I'm not talking about tag team. She's also a 2-time tag team champion. But they're not counting those towards that. Those are 2 of the 3 that they took off. The other one was her inaugural NXT title because they're like, oh, that's not a championship back then. Now they're counting the one that she won after she chose that one for the Royal Rumble.
Oh, because of Rhea Ripley, right?
Oh, the Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair WrestleMania one?
Yeah. They're counting that one because she was the Royal Rumble winner or something like that. I think. Was she the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, she won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. So that's why they counted because technically she contend for a world title. And they're like, oh, yeah, you can fight me, Rhea Ripley. And you're like, you're not a world champion.
It
was when I seen that, I was like, "Oh, does that count? Is that allowed?"
Wasn't that the year where NXT was really starting to get in the face of the other 2 brands, and it actually made Survivor Series a 3-peat this year or that year, having Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT?
Yeah, that was the previous year because she won in 2020, but in 2019 was the last prime year of NXT. That was in my personal opinion.
Before they started
2019,
and then Velveteen left, and then they released Velveteen. That was a downhill.
Velveteen Dream. Don't ever say that name.
Downhill. All that prime NXT man was absolutely good. Was the reason why people got back into wrestling. I'm just saying that. The reason why people got back to WWE so much was because of prime NXT, and it really brought that feeling. And
it's fun to watch the highlights.
Exactly. And then now they fell out of it, and now you have Roman Reigns. You get very, very small times we have that person. No, I think it was Becky before that. Becky before Roman.
2019.
Yeah, and Becky was I think it was shortly after NXT. Becky was had her stint. I think it was Survivor Series, but I think it was the year before that.
It was Survivor Series,
but I think it was the year before that. What was it? It was the same one where she got her nose broken. Yeah,
she was supposed to be in that. in that big NXT Raw and SmackDown fight. She got her nose broke by Nia Jax.
Yeah,
she
and then
couldn't fight there. She also had a match against Charlotte.
Oh, it was Ronda Rousey that broke her nose.
Mm-mm. It was during the little invade thing they had on SmackDown.
Yeah, they did a little siege takeover.
Oh, Raw.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, right. I remember that now.
And then she stunned to the crowd, and then the crowd ate it up, and then that's what she became. She really got over.
So she got over, but right after that, she had a match. She was supposed to have a match with Charlotte as well.
And got pushed back.
Title. And she was still face at this point. She was supposed to have that match for the SmackDown Women's title. She got stripped of it because she couldn't compete for it because of her nose. So she couldn't compete for too much. She came back.
Evolution was she turned heel, right? Evolution that was like 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago. I think it was like 2-3 years ago because that's when Ronda was still there. Ronda hasn't been there like 2 years.
Ronda was there up until Ronda was there. 2019. Her last match was at WrestleMania.
Damn, 2019. So yeah, about
she's
2
not been
years,
back
3
since.
years.
Yeah, she's not coming back.
No, hell no. She's gone. She's gone. That was a one-time thing. She
got actually screwed out of the match. She thought she wasn't supposed to win. She thought she was
supposed to win.
If you watch back that match, Becky Lynch didn't have her at a pin.
No.
She was trying to kick out, trying to get up, and Becky was like forcing it.
Yeah.
Even though I'm pretty sure Becky was supposed to win.
But she was winning like a lot cleaner.
She kind of got screwed. And kind of screwed out of it.
It made it look like she was like not as doubted, but she was I don't know. It made it feel like she wasn't as invincible as people as they made her be. And I feel like that was one of the big reasons why she didn't get her. Well, because she came in as champion, right? She came in as Roman's champion because she beat Alexa Bliss.
She beat Alexa, I think, at WrestleMania.
Yeah, she came as a Raw Women's Champion,
and then
she came.
Charlotte beat Charlotte. Who did Charlotte beat?
Charlotte beat Asuka.
That dumbass.
She beat her. She beat Asuka. She beat Asuka a week before she won the title.
That was one that made my blood boil. My blood boiled to the when Asuka came out of NXT and was at that WrestleMania and she lost to Charlotte. I was like, "There's no fucking way you just ended her streak like that."
That was the same year, 2018.
Yeah, and she got rolled. I was like, "There's no way you." Oh, I was so upset. Because
that's who she was supposed to fight for the title. Was Asuka, and Asuka lost the belt to Charlotte instead that night. And then when she went, it was a TLC when they were supposed to have that fight. It's supposed to be the two of them. I think it was 2018. Yeah, so it was Charlotte and Becky turned heel on Charlotte because they're supposed to be like friends still, kind of thing. And they're like, "No, you took my opportunity again, like you always do." And
yeah, but
then,
I thought
yeah, then it led to Royal Rumble. Becky won the Royal Rumble, even though she was supposed to have that.
Yeah, and then match. It was Lana. Lana.
Yeah, she had a match and lost her. She lost the belt or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, no, she won at TLC.
She won at TLC, but she came. Yeah, but she came directly.
Yeah, and then she lost like right back to I think Asuka.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Asuka lost the belt again. So like it was a bunch of confusion
going into WrestleMania. Oh, and that year it was was that the Finn Seth and
2018? No, it was 2017.
Nah, that's 2017. That was good. That no. I'm talking about the Intercontinental.
Oh, that was WrestleMania 30.
That was the Miz, right?
35.
Miz,
him, and Finn. Yeah.
That was a great match.
That was my favorite WrestleMania in a long time. 35.
I love that match. That match was so good. I was like, man, that was a good match. I forgot
what's y'all favorite WrestleMania in the past few years? At least of the 30s. That was since Daniel Bryan won both the belts.
Kofi Mania.
That was 2019. So 35.
2019. Yeah.
I think 2019 was probably my last favorite year wrestling.
Kofi
Mania. That was my big year.
That was my feel good, scream to the top of my lungs. Yes, like it finally happened, and I think that was it. And then he lost it 2 days later, but I don't care. As long as he got it.
So I don't know if I would say this is my favorite, but my most memorable one is back when CM Punk was still with WWE. Back when he ended the Undertaker streak, and just watching that whole match.
Was that the second time? No, he didn't do it.
He ended it.
No,
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
How he made how he became 21-1 or whatever the number was.
You said Brock. I thought you said CM Punk.
I was like,
that was my fault. I did say CM Punk.
Okay.
Okay,
so that was 30. That was 30. 30 was a banging WrestleMania.
That was. Let me tell you, when that match hit and he won. Wow. Let me tell you, that whole arena was just like, whoa. Like, you were just like, okay, this man's a legend now. Like, Brock was always good, but now he's like immortal status. It was great. But you had to figure, though, the only person that would really take the Undertaker out was him. Or like another legend coming out, but it was going to be Brock. Like, no one, I had a feeling. I was like, there's no way. But he did have some doubt, though. He kicked out a lot of times. I think also the times where Triple H and Undertaker had those series of matches at WrestleMania. Those are great. Those are great. I was like, I think the one for the steel cage match, was always the greatest one for me. I was like, that was one of the great matches. There's a lot of great WrestleMania matches when I think about it. There's a lot of great ones.
We gotta talk about what we originally were saying when we first got on here. The theme song theme.
Oh yeah.
Or entrance, yeah. So I want to revise the question. I definitely don't have just one.
Okay.
Let's just say let's just do like 3.
But
3 entrances.
That's perfect because I got 3 pulled up.
Okay. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying though. We cannot. I don't know if we can play the audio because I want to get copyrighted. Because I know we're gonna upload
like a second or 2.
Oh, there's just a little note for me.
Okay, cool. Okay, all right. I'm just gonna say because I don't want to just be like, I'm like, oh shit, I can't.
So I want to say real quick, just one more thing. It's got to be something that hits and it pops you every time. You get ecstatic that wrestler's coming out, kind of thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like a good theme song is good, but like that intro goes off and you're like, yes, you're excited that person's coming out. That theme song is banging. The entrance is good. All of the above. Because there's a couple that I like theme song, but then there's that entrance that makes me feel like, yeah. Okay. And it made me feel things back when I was like, younger. Yeah.
I know I got 2. I got 2 definitely. I don't know about
I got 2 for sure because I feel them. But there's one more. I just trying to think is this the one I want.
Okay.
Y'all can start whenever.
Tevin, go ahead. I know you've been waiting for this.
All right. So my 3. So I'll guess I'll put them in order of which one's my favorite. Number 3 would be MVP's theme song.
MVP?
Just when you hear yes, MVP. I really loved it.
MVP had a banger theme song.
I did not like him as a wrestler, but when his theme song plays, like, damn, I fucking love listening to this.
Okay.
The second one, what year was it, Christ? It was 2008 Kofi Kingston's. Like the SOS. Yeah, every time that played,
boom, boom,
yeah.
Get the whole crowd into it.
Did a little spin jump. That was great.
Exactly.
Okay.
Plus, that was my favorite time for Kofi Kingston when he was doing those. Even though he was like on smaller cards with Intercontinental Championships and like the smaller tier, that was my favorite version of Kofi Kingston.
Mm-hmm. They bring that Kofi Kingston back too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can put him back in the mid card. I'm okay with that. New Day got to be together forever.
Nah, yeah. But I mean, they got to be together, but they can still be singles competitors. I mean,
there's a singles match. Singles time.
He should definitely get a singles push and like start to different.
I would not mind. I would not mind if it was.
Be in the Intercontinental title.
Thank you. I think
he should be there.
He should be competing in one of those championships. He should. They all 3 of them should.
Titles. They don't need to all be in the tag title.
Exactly.
Big E should be the only one in the main event picture. Kofi, I'm okay with him being US and Intercontinental. He's done his thing. He's done his time. He's a veteran now. He needs to just be.
I think he has potential too. All right, what's the last one? What's the last one, Tevin?
Last one is I don't remember the year, but it's one of Jeff Hardy's theme songs. It's called "No More Words."
That's the best one.
That's my favorite all time.
Something comes out. Dude, I used to do the little juke, but I was like, yeah. I had the little sleeves on as a kid. Oh my god, that was a
You got the sleeves too.
Hell yeah, dude. Jeff Hardy's my favorite.
His theme song is the main one I would listen to on repeat. Like I could actually get through his entire theme song and not realize I'm listening to a wrestler's theme song. I'm hoping, actual song.
I'm hoping that song is in 2022, the new game comes, because he's in there and they said
was that the most recent one, right?
Yeah, that's the one he's had.
Okay,
yeah. He's had it in 2000. That was his world title theme song.
Yeah,
and I'll never forget the day when he won the WWE Spinner Belt the best belt that they had.
Too.
And he came out, he celebrated. He just came out, didn't even say a word. He just came out, did his little entrance with the belt, confetti fell. He was showing the belt. I was like, yes. He didn't have to say no words because he no more words. I was like, it was the best thing ever. It was so good. I was fangirling the whole time. I'm gushing right now, bro. That was a great time. That was the time to be alive, man.
That's what he beat who? He beat Triple H and
Edge, bro.
Edge, yeah.
The greatest win ever. Like, I did not think he was gonna win because he had fought for that title the entire year.
That was Unforgiven, right?
That was no, he lost Unforgiven against Triple H. It was Armageddon.
Armageddon, there you go. That's what it was.
He had the belt for 1 month, exactly 3 weeks actually. But it was the worst feeling ever because he never had to. Every interest that he had was just like some weird going on. He never got to talk about having the championship. He just walked out, did a celebration 1 week. The next week he came out and there was a pyro accident and something else. And then he got ran off the road, so he didn't show up. And then they're like, oh yeah, now you're gonna fight. Now you're gonna fight Edge.
It was crazy when I saw that pyro accident. I was like, what? It actually happened.
My man got no promo time, no nothing. He didn't get to say nothing. So when he won the World Heavyweight Championship that year, my second favorite belt of all time, bro, he got to talk and he was doing the thing. And I remember Crime Time came out. And they're like, you saw what that money.
Rest in peace, my man's Crime Time. Yeah, bro.
They did a little dat thing, and then Jeff Hardy was doing a little so I was like, ew.
God, man.
It was so fun. I don't know. Jeff Hardy was goated. He was in one of my picks, but I'm going to have to change mine now. I want to do some original ones.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Court.
You want to go? Oh, you want me to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm going to just say this right now. You probably think it's weird, but it's a tie from my last two. Because it's technically the same person.
Okay.
First things first. Triple H, the game, bro. When that guitar hits, bone chills. Especially after a long time of not seeing him. Like, when he was on TV every week, I didn't care. But, like, when he came back in, like, that 2002 return, and he had that theme song for the first time, I was like, oh, my God. And then D-Generation X, bro. Anytime they come out, it's just a fun time. They're out there just going crazy on the stage, throwing glow sticks, X's everywhere, suck it's, all of the above, bro. It was great.
Suck it's everything.
A little pyro joint in the ring. Oh, my God. That whole entrance is phenomenal.
Right.
It's phenomenal. They just like having fun when they do.
You gotta see your boy. Your last one. You gotta see your boy. You said two.
That's the tie.
Those two kind
those are tied because Triple H. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Number 2. Anytime I hear it, you think you know me.
Yeah, let's say I know you had to say that one. I know you had to say that one. He be ready to pass out every time that come on.
He come out, he start throwing it. Oh man, it's great. The pyro gets me excited every time. We watched day one. I was pissed when he got on the Brew entry. It was badass. Yeah, I need to hear you think you know me. I need to hear that.
He was like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Yeah, I mean it was cool. It was badass. But where's my? You think you know me? I need to hear it.
Where's the original? It was.
I need to hear the guitar riffs. The last one is a tough one because I really did. I was gonna say Jeff Hardy, but I mean, I don't know, man. I'm gonna come back for that one. Let me think a little bit longer. Go ahead, throw me a couple.
I have a lot.
That's fine. It don't gotta be 3. I just wanted to kind of limit it. Yeah.
My favorite right now has to be Roman Reigns. Has to be. It's top tier.
That's great.
That's the one.
I wish they had did that at WrestleMania. That would have been
has
the
it
perfect
recently
time.
Changed?
Yes.
You ever heard it?
It is a banger.
I haven't been watching the SmackDown one, so I have no idea.
When you experience it, it is a fucking banger.
It's a masterpiece.
It hits. It gets you chills every time, and it's just. And with him and Paul Heyman finally got the because when you first see it, he's getting used to the music and stuff like that. But when he gets that whole walk down and Paul Heyman, the bloodline behind him, it is god tier. It's like, okay, you can tell this he's the boss. Like he runs this shit. That's one. My second one, I will probably say, I have a lot of NXT ones, but I would say one I definitely did like a lot was Johnny Gargano. I always like Johnny Gargano's one.
That was
pretty good. I have that one on my phone too.
I still blasted Take Two in my car. No matter where I'm at, I would just blast it. Come so into it. I don't really like music like that, but that shit it hits me. I'm like, oh my god.
I do want to say that other version is not that bad.
The way?
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
I think it's the Heart to Soul song. Back to Take My Throne.
All Heart No Soul.
Yeah, that I like that song. That was not that bad.
It wasn't bad, but just original Johnny Got Get. And then when he came out the last time he played it, I was like, oh man, this is the feels, man. I always loved him.
And my third, bring out NXT. They're bringing in some more.
I know, right? I have so many, dude.
My last one was it's a tie again, bro. There's some honorable mentions, bro. I hear Batista come out, and then they do the Machine Gun entrance. Bro, that's a banger. But that's not the one. Then there's CM Punk.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime I hear the classic theme song he had, and then the new one.
I think Randy Orton is probably my last one.
That's a good classic one.
Anytime I just hear his music, it's just like, shit.
You gotta show off your you gotta show off your biceps.
Fanboying like Matt Riddle and Shinsuke.
Yeah.
Oh man. But think about it. Some of the craziest ones, the Shinsuke one, but I think the best intros are the one that people are into it. Like
exactly.
The Shinsuke one was crazy in NXT. Like everyone hummed it, even when it stopped, people were still humming it, still going with the whole thing. That's when you're like, okay, even when I'm in the car, I just start humming it because that's the only part I know because it was the crowd. Like I feel like that.
And there's a couple of people that they do that with too. Like there's Becky Lynch that they hum her song. They did it for Bailey.
That is another good one that I tend to listen to a lot.
Sasha Banks?
No, well, I listen to hers, but not nearly as much as Becky's.
Becky's theme song is good. It's a good classic to listen to.
I like Paige. I like Paige's one. Paige's theme song is good. I think for a person that's really into their what you want to call it, their entrance, Sasha Banks, like she's really into it. Like especially the new one where it's got the little horn thing or whatever. Whoa!
it's like a horn. I don't know what it is.
Oh, you said horn.
I thought he said porn.
Oh nah.
You tell me said what? What the hell did he just say?
It's like a horn. It's like the little. She get all in it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, and then she sing the lyrics while she going down the lyric.
Yeah,
R-Truth used to really get into his entrance.
I hate no choice. Get on the ring. I don't want to sing it. What's up? What's up?
He is one of the most comical. I'm telling you, he is one of the national treasures. Oh, we forget about Kane.
Oh, that's a bone chilling one.
Kane with that pyro hit. Oh my god, The Undertaker.
The Undertaker's is the one.
The Undertaker
out of those two.
Anytime
I hear the lights go out and I hear that gong.
The gong was just the oof. You get
what about Demon Finn Balor though?
I didn't like Demon Finn Balor.
Demon Finn Balor, it's different. Come out, you like. I remember the first time I saw it. It's like, oh,
Stone Cold.
That's not how he comes out.
Stone Cold. I think Stone Cold will probably be everyone's favorite.
I'll say. I think my favorite is probably I think my favorite is The Rock.
The Rock is good, but with Stone Cold, we hit the shatter glass. Like it's in the middle match. You hit the shatter glass.
The shatter glass. You hear smell.
It's just run boom. You see every grown man acting like a fangirl. It's so funny.
They be watching the match and you hear that they just stand up.
Oh my god! He's here! He's here!
I watched the commentary is going crazy.
JR, oh my god!
The last time I heard somebody do that in the modern era was when John Cena came back at Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah.
And Michael Cole was like, oh, he's like, oh my god, Cena's here. He was like, what to cry? It was great.
Yeah,
I think my favorite John Cena entrance was like the Thugonomics one. It was corny, but I appreciate it.
It was a great theme song. I want to say this. I like Thugonomics, but I think that theme song he's got now, The Time Is Now. It's just so like memeable. Like it's so good. Like when it comes out, he does the same thing every time. He pulls the shirt down, turns around, lay your ass down for 3 seconds, then he throws the shit. It's always great. It's always fun to watch.
When he had what was his run? 2008, right? 2008, 2010. Yeah. I think that prime Cena where he was defeated with Edge a lot.
Yeah, that's when he first got that song too.
I think that was like prime because everyone was behind him and no one really knew it. Now he's a meme, so everyone just memes it up.
When he comes back now, everybody
like Kurt Angle is another banger. When people started memeing it, was said, "Do you suck?" That's the best one. Oh. That's the best one. The one he had, what was it? ECW, right? When they did a remix with him, that was really good too. I think it was that one.
John Cena's Royal Rumble return was his best return ever.
Yeah,
his best entrance.
Yeah, because no one knew he was there. Literally, no one knew he was there. It was great. I think him. Who has some good returns?
John Cena's best interest for me was that WrestleMania 25. We had like 30 million John Cena's out there.
Oh, I think someone opened the car.
Yeah, he ran out, and I was like, "What the heck is going on here?" And he ran out, and they were just all, "Oh!" It was so funny.
You can see him running down this long ass stage.
I'll say WrestleMania is fun because the entrances are usually fun. I need Roman Reigns to just have that one cool boss mode. Like he come out with like the mob like chair or something or whatever.
I hope he does something crazy for this WrestleMania.
He needs to have something sick or do like he could do the Cesaro trick, come out with the breakaway suit. He come out there in a mob boss suit.
No,
racing off and gets the business.
You think? Wait. Okay, you're talking about returns. I would think one of the greatest returns would be the Hardy Bros in WrestleMania. I personally think it would be one of the good ones. That
was a big pop.
One of the good ones. Like if you ever see grown man cry, go over there. like personally, go over there. Go watch that one.
You want to talk about my favorite return of all time? You got to I think TLC 2009 when Undertaker came back in the middle of CM Punk and Jeff Hardy match. When the match was over, CM Punk was standing over top.
Oh yeah.
And the lights went out, and he came back, and the Undertaker's just lying there.
Oh my god, bro!
I was like, "What happened? Wait, we put a shirt on?" And I look, oh my gosh, the Undertaker! He sat up and choked. That was great. That was a great time. That was one of my favorites. Undertaker's had some of the best returns ever. Came back in a fire coffin, kicked that bitch open. Undertaker used to be my favorite.
I like the American Badass one. I like when he was a badass.
He came out on a motorcycle.
A lot of people didn't like it. I thought that shit was fucking lit.
It was interesting.
I thought it was lit. Especially
it was cool. I like when he talked.
But his promos, His promos was the best part. Yeah. He just like, maybe come there, whoop your ass. I was like, whoa, Undertaker. Okay.
I remember he came back and he turned heel. He was like, I've been kissing Vince McMahon's ass my whole career. And he's like, so you gonna get down there, JR, you gonna kiss his ass? He said, I'm not kissing his ass. He said, oh, so you think you're better than me? It was so funny. It was so great. He said, so you like kind of made him do it. He put his face in. He said, get in there. I was like, yo, Undertaker is the GOAT.
Undertaker was such a legend, bro.
When we get off this, I'm gonna that was the funniest thing ever. You think you're better than me?
I think one of my favorite promo segments also was the Rock and Triple H, where he said, well, I'm the undisputed champion, so shut up, bitch. I was like, oh my god. I was like, yo, the Rock would be undefeated, man. In a promo contest. Oh my god.
I remember he was
shut up, bitch.
Oh, Jesus. He was just talking out there. He said, you came out here, you interrupt the Rock. He didn't say hi, hello, you look at my belt. None of that crap. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. No, shut your mouth." And he said, "You're fat ass mammy, your grandmammy." Hell, they all complain. The Rock's grandma and her grandma smacked the lips off all two of their bitches. I was like, "Wow, he's talking crazy."
But it's the Rock. It's the only person I know that can truly do that.
He was just speaking. Remember that time you had the pony? He said, "What? I had no pony." No, he said, "No, you had a pony." Shut your mouth. Randy Orton looked like an idiot.
Man.
See you running around, slap right into Big King Kong Buddy's ball sack. I was like, wow. The Rock is just saying whatever he feels like.
And that's the best. One of the best promos are the ones that it's not scripted. Like, you get some of the heated promos. I remember there was one where it was John Cena and AJ Styles. It was recent. I forgot what he said, but it felt so real. And I was yo, when did this John Cena come out? Like, it wasn't this.
John Cena stopped caring. He started spitting.
And he was like, with him and Dean too. Oh man, those some. I was
2016 forward, John Cena was on a level in promos. He could always talk, but like he'd get out there and he'll talk with Roman Reigns.
With Roman Reigns one,
and he was talking that trash.
And Roman said, "You just a fake bitch."
Yeah, exactly. And then he said, "Well, if I'm just a fake bitch," then he said, "Oh," he said, "See you for the wall. I'm still here because you can't do your job." I was like,
I said they were going back and forth. He said, "Stop looking at your hand. It's a promo, kid." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
So why don't you shut your mouth for a few minutes, John? I was like, "He didn't mean that."
He didn't mean that.
Anytime I hear somebody say something like "shut your mouth," I don't believe it. Only person I ever said "shut your mouth" Rock, and that's only because he meant that. I'm talking. Shut up.
I love when Samoa Joe's another great one. When Samoa Joe won that Brock. He was like, we can do this right now. We can do this right now. You see, but look at me while I'm talking to you. We can do this right now. I said, oh my god, okay, Samoa Joe, okay.
Brock was like, you gonna piss me right off, boy. He said, well, let's get to it. He started talking to Roman. Everybody always dissed Roman, man, back in the.
He said, you couldn't beat me. He said, you never beat me. I said, oh shit, he is on another one today. Oh man. Damn, man, Samoa Joe.
He said, what you do last night? Oh, you lost. Shut up. It's like, oh. Samoa and when Roman, when they were together, when they did stuff, it was crazy.
And when Roman always got dissed, it was probably the funniest thing. He looked so pissed off. He just had a smile. He said, like, he was just so hurt, bro.
Roman, bro.
Hurt.
I've always been a Roman follower. Roman's always been my dog. He used to get handled. Nobody really touches him these days. I mean, John Cena was, I think, the closest person in recent feuds that can actually handle him on the mic. But everybody else he's been with, ain't nobody been on the same level. Not Drew McIntyre.
When he threw the thing at Finn Balor with a mic, I was like, oh, this motherfucker on a different level. He said, keep my name out your mouth, and just threw the mic at him. I was like, oh, we're getting disrespectful. Okay, Roman, I like this.
Roman.
Go ahead.
Roman started having fun. When Roman started making jokes, I was like, yeah, this guy's having fun.
He's feeling himself now. It was great. I'm sorry for telling him a lot. But when you watch this man start to become the Roman we are now, Rogue Roman, go Rogue.
Yeah, we love Rogue Roman.
Shout out we in the clutch, baby. Shout out we in the clutch. But still, man.
And Big Ross.
Oh man, it was that's some great shit, man. There's so many good things on wrestling. Like, just think about it.
So many highs. It's just the lows are so bad.
Like right now, we're in a low. We're in the very bad low.
at least in where we in the company that we. If we were more AEW fans, I say we.
But it's still
be eating.
Yeah, but it's still lows too. I mean, AEW, it's still just like.
It's overcompensation. I mean, oversaturation.
Yeah,
what I mean. Too many wrestlers, not enough.
Too many big time wrestlers at one. I think that'd be it. I think either the more people that are gonna draw. People feel like, okay, well, you promised, I thought we were gonna do this. And I feel like the women's division is still like, yeah, they have Britt Baker, but like, they just have Britt Baker. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they need more, like, not like more talent, but I feel like they need to do like a more storyline. You know what I mean? Like that.
They just added that.
They need that Becky, and that's why I think that'll help though, because before they didn't have that, so it's kind of like it was just the Britt Baker show, pretty much.
Oh, that actually happened today too. The person got crowned, Jade Cavill, start with a C.
I think I know what you're talking about.
She's strong as heck. She's a black girl.
Oh, the big. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Swole, big, not big swole, but swole.
Yeah, not big swole. But so that bitch show.
Yeah,
that's her name. That's her.
But she is huge though. I'm not gonna lie. That's a big girl.
That's a woman right there. That's a woman.
That's a big girl.
That's a beefcake. She beat my ass. Yeah, tell you that.
But
she's tall too.
But
tall.
I do like the word it's going now. I think before when he first started though, I feel like it was just Britt Baker really took over. I think that was her. Cause apparently she went to WWE and WWE buried her, and I was like,
she fought Nia Jax on TV.
Exactly, and I was like, man. But then when she got to AEW, finally got a shot. I think she really solidified herself as one of the people that really helped AEW get off the ground. I personally think so. I think people will forever look at her in a good way. I always been a Britt Baker fan. I always have. So it's always like a, you find out what wrestler that you are like because she's like that heelish, bitch vibe. You want to, like, I feel like personally she's supposed to be Alexa Bliss. What Alexa Bliss is supposed to be. I think it's without the little shitty gimmicks she gets now and the little twisted shit she's doing. I feel like she could be that Alexa Bliss, but like it's just better. She's just better. Personally,
been possessed. I don't know why she had to act like she was the ringleader.
Yeah, I was possessed. Like, oh.
And then she could have snapped out of it the day she didn't have to keep doing it.
Like they just need that bitch. They really do. Like Becky can't do it. I'm sorry. She don't have that personality.
Becky. I mean, they don't want. I don't want to boo Becky.
I know
she's just corny, so I have to boo.
Exactly, and then I feel like it's just when Alexa Bliss supposed to come back, and she come back like a little demon wise. I'm like, I hate it, but they need someone in the WWE division needs to be that bitch. They got too many superstars. Got too many, I mean, I guess you could Bianca, but Bianca's a face though. I mean, I guess you say Sasha. I mean, Sasha's kind of the closest.
I don't think she's a good heel. Bianca was.
I think Bianca could never be heel.
NXT.
I don't think she could never be heel.
She wasn't in NXT her whole run in NXT. She was a heel.
I don't think she fits it.
Yeah, she didn't. I don't think she did a great job because she wasn't believable.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think people believe her. I think there's only certain people.
That popular girl like vibe, but like the Street Profits were always face, and we all knew that she was married to Montez Ford.
Exactly. So I don't think
like they have the same gimmick. All of them, they all have the same gimmick. Just popular black people.
That everyone likes. But it's true. Everyone likes him. So I was like, I don't think she would be around. I think
she's not a good promo though. She's been working on it, but her promo when she was champion was not good. No. She was never selling me. I'm the EST. This I'm the strongest, fastest, the quickest, the baddest, whatever. That's cool. You can be all of that in a bag of chips, but
in the bag of chips.
Yeah, I don't believe you say that 6 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Just come out here and tell me how you the fastest and the quickest and the strongest.
I'm not doing
don't do it next week and say the same thing. Do something else. Talk about how you whooped ass.
Tell me, I want your opinion. I want your opinion on what do you think WWE needs? Or? No. What do you think WWE needs right now? Cause I know my opinion on Bianca. I personally, I think she's one of the greats.
She's going to the moon for sure.
She's one of the greats, definitely in there. She just gets overshined by past people. But I want your opinion on WWE and and then Corday will go to you as well. What do you think that WWE is lacking right now that's not making it hit as it once did before? That's what I wanted.
So, like we've mentioned this before, like a lot of things that's really not clicking so far are like really good creative storylines. Because a lot of things you see a lot in the pay-per-views and the past few shows that I've been noticing, where you're seeing the same build up and falls over and over again, along with sometimes even the same matches over and over again. Even if they haven't been done recently, they've been done years ago, but either the same people or different people, and we're expected to feel a different way about it now than what we did way back then. And it's not. It's boring. It was boring then, it's still boring now, and they need to branch out more, better creative writers to actually do stuff with it, and not keep on getting rid of the cast that we had, and now we're left with such a little talent pool. We're not giving them anything good to work with. So now good wrestlers are now giving bad scripts, and now they're slightly becoming like bad wrestlers because of it, because we're not caring about it anymore.
Right. They just want to get that check and go home, pretty much.
Exactly.
I think, yeah. I agree with that a lot. I think we talked about this earlier before we got on the, I don't know if we're going to call this a podcast. I don't know what we're calling this, but a little wrestling chat. But I talked about personally that I think if anyone took up the creative process, it should be Triple H. I think just because if he has such a good pull with NXT, and I think that's the only kind of thing I like going for it, because that Prime NXT was like, they had the whole Seth Rollins thing when he was on the main roster, but he was still hunting for Triple H the whole time. I think that was great. He showed to the shows. He was looking for him the whole time. He got in the ring, kind of hijacked it. I think that was great. That was amazing. Every time he did with the what was the corporation? Nah, it was some. What was the corporation? Yeah, when he did that,
it wasn't the corporation. Corporation in the early 2000s. After that was the Authority.
The Authority. When he did the Authority, I think that was another. But he was kind of behind that though. But he was the one that made Seth turn heel in the first place. Like against the Shield. Like I feel like his mindset on the long term story building is that something like we need. I think personally, I think it's just we get so much short, kind of short term things like the whole Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, like how it's still, I guess what I would say it was like years in the making of it finally happening out. That was great. You know what I mean? Like how they did the Finn Balor and Samoa Joe had that series going on. I guess there's so many countless things we can look at that he was kind of a part of. I think just for that, I don't think he has to be like the person who makes all the shots and stuff, but I feel like he had the right personnel to kind of get where we want to go. I think that's the only thing that WWE's really missing, because you have the characters for it, you got everyone there for it. I feel like this just the storyline wise that's what they're missing. I think that's what AEW has over, WWE, just because it's more I guess I want to say customer driven. I guess you could say that, like
consumer.
There you go, consumer.
Yeah, and a lot of the wrestlers have a part in like making their storylines too, which does help. They're actually getting more input compared to WWE's like, oh, I have an idea about my character. Like, no, you don't. We're doing it.
Exactly.
We'll handle it. We'll let you know.
Like the whole Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. I'm sorry to cut you off, Corday. But the whole Hangman Page and Kenny Omega thing, how that was like years in the making, or like a year in the making, and it finally paid off. Like that's what we want. We want that long term. Like if something happened, they come back and they don't remember. You know what I mean? It's not like how I hated how they put Tommaso and Johnny, like they were feuding, but then they put them on the same tag team, and when they called them up during that little stint, and I was like, come on now, like you ruined the whole, and that's what Triple H was right about, because like they ruined the whole storyline what they were building, because like they're supposed to hate each other, and now they're tag teaming one night on Raw, and now they're friends again. Exactly, and it just ruined everything. It was like
they were missing staff.
Yeah, that day, like, and it ruined the credibility for it. Like it was so many. I think that's the one thing they're really missing, because I know previously, back in years they had that with like The Rock and Stone Cold, and like when Stone Cold turned heel with the McMahons, it was such a great thing. I'm recording. Okay. Sorry, Brett just walked in. I said I was recording, and she said, "Okay," he just still walked in.
I thought you were talking to your dog. I was like, your dog.
No.
Oh, my bad.
No, she just walked in.
Like the dog would completely understand. Like, gotcha. Walks right out.
Yeah, but go ahead, Corday.
Oh, so I was gonna say, piggyback off of basically both of you. I think every wrestling WWE fan, nonetheless, thinks the same thing. And what you're basically saying is continuity. And that matters a lot for a TV show.
Right.
You can't, like, unless you're gonna be one of those up and go all in one episode shows.
Right.
Where everything happens, and then the next episode, wow, that didn't happen. This is here now. Because that's what they do. They do that a lot. Something will happen one week, and then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, remember that WWE title match that she said she already had the number one contendership for?"
Yeah, scratch
that. She's gotta contend one more time, just to make sure. Like, I'm sick of the like Tevin also said, the same matches over and over again. I am 100% A-okay with the champion losing the belt and then them having a rematch. Okay, that's one thing, but they shouldn't be fighting every week on Raw leading up to the pay-per-view as well, or being in tag team matches up until the pay-per-view. We've seen them together the whole time. I don't care.
Exactly.
I want this to be over with. Like when Roman has his matches, the most things he does with them is have a promo, or he'll have like a cut scene or something, like a quick interview or something.
I mean, it's a video game, a cut scene. Yeah.
I'm thinking my universe, trying to basically put like my continuity of how I play the games, together. So we, the people don't know, but we recently did a draft between the three of us, and the three different brands. I'm Raw, you're SmackDown. No, you're SmackDown, you're NXT. I don't know the order y'all are when y'all scream. Tevin's SmackDown, and he's NXT. Yeah. Now don't look at the NXT belt in the background if you pay attention. But,
is that why you put your hand down?
Yeah, don't look at that. But basically, all the continuity matters. You need to, when you're telling a story, the story needs to have a start and an ending. The thing is, they start a lot of stuff and they never have an ending.
Right.
I'm sure you've seen the memes on the internet about Veer Maham or whatever.
Yeah.
The random guy that's been coming for 18 weeks. He's been coming soon for 18 weeks.
That's
He's pulling
disgusting.
the Okay, I understand they're trying to get his character right. Whatever. Stop announcing it.
Thank you. Like, stop teasing that. Like,
now we're making fun of you because this is like announcing a season trailer, but you're not showing nothing.
Exactly.
I don't care anymore.
You remember video games where they got like a very popular video game come out and they'll just show like just a trailer and not the actual gameplay trailer, like a teaser, and you're like, bro, why you keep on doing this? Just shows the gameplay.
It's cinematics or like it's CGI. It's not the real game. Gameplay footage might not be final.
Exactly.
And then the game comes
This is the alpha build.
It's horse crap, dude. It's like, let's just say Watch Dogs.
Yes.
It's a good game, but like. It was garbage. It's not. They lied.
They lied a lot. They lied a lot about a lot of games. But we can talk about
their biggest issue is their continuity. They don't have a plan, so they just go. They know that okay, we want to make this till WrestleMania, but we want to start now. So if we're doing let's just take Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan has been in the world title picture, quote unquote, since let's just say who was she fight? She was gonna fight for the SmackDown women's title at one point,
right?
When Becky was on SmackDown,
right?
She moved to Raw. She also moved to Raw.
Right.
They moved it over, but then they pushed it back because they were finishing the Bianca Belair thing. Right. Because Bianca Belair was the champion, and they got to finish that now before Bianca gets to have another match with whoever that may be. Now, I'm not sure if Tevin, you probably don't know, but Julian, remember we watched the Fatal 4-Way match, where Liv Morgan, Bianca, Carmella, and one other, and
Zelina?
Yeah, we're in a match. Now they're making Liv Morgan feel like a big deal, but they continuously keep dragging her around. Well, how am I supposed to believe in this girl just because you lose every time?
Yeah.
Now if you're a real fan of somebody like that, then yeah, of course you're gonna cheer for her. Of course you're gonna like her. But people that are just casual watchers, they don't care. They don't care. Hardcore fans like me, Tevin, you, we're gonna watch or we're gonna pay attention because they're our person that we're looking for. But if they don't have an in game, if she's not winning that belt at or she doesn't get a shot at WrestleMania, what was all that for?
Yeah, it's a sucky.
Get it after.
Yeah,
like that big match, the big day one match. That was her first ever one-on-one pay-per-view.
Yeah, but at least she's getting. I would cherish the fact that she did not get dragged as she used to.
Because before, that's okay. I'm great.
Yeah, but I feel like she has to. I feel like the only way she could possibly regain momentum is Royal Rumble. Like
that's what I'm saying.
She's a prime candidate.
Make it to the end.
Yeah, she's a prime candidate of winning the Royal Rumble. To be personally,
if she doesn't win, the girl that wins or the woman that wins needs to fight for the other belt so she can still continue this momentum. Because if not, she's going to be a tag team wrestler.
Exactly.
Because she's not winning the belt,
and she's over.
She's been deflated many times. Money in the Bank, that should have been her cash. That should have been her win. She should have had that. Nikki Ash.
Did? Yeah, okay, I forgot.
She was the women's champion.
And then she won it from Charlotte, and then lost it.
A tag team wrestler.
And now she lost it like two minutes later. She lost
two belts in the same year, and it's still doing nothing. Whereas the same girls that were in that match are doing absolutely nothing either.
I think it's just
there's Naomi that's floundering somewhere. We don't know what's going on.
I thought she just went with the bloodline. I just wish they had new angles for women's wrestling. I'm just tired. I
want to like it.
I feel like I'm just tired. Care. Yeah, I'm tired of the same thing we all say. Like, if I know they're probably gonna go with a beefcake for the Royal Rumble, which is unfortunate. But I feel like I want Liv Morgan to pull off. If it's not Shayna Baszler or Rhea Ripley, I don't. Exactly. I would be surprised. It would be Shayna Baszler. Like
I would like a fan favorite, but if they're not gonna give me a heel win against the face,
because they have to face Charlotte or Becky, and they're both heels.
And yet, nobody wants to see either. That's the other problem is they're not creating new stars.
Exactly. I think they're do one or two
people at a time, but they're dragging the same people. Think about who's champion right now. Roman Reigns. He's been in the company for 10 years. Brock Lesnar, wrestling since 2002.
Exactly. 20 years.
You got Charlotte and Becky. Today. Yeah, Charlotte and Becky, who've also been in the world title picture since they've been in the show. They've never not been in the world championship.
Because Becky was an inaugural champion, right? For SmackDown.
SmackDown, yeah.
Yeah. When SmackDown came back to the brand.
And guess what? Charlotte was the Raw Women's Champion at that time. What's changed? They just got more reigns.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like.
And I'm not saying it needs to be the four horsewomen. It doesn't need to be Becky Lynch, Bayley, and
Sasha Banks.
Sasha. Yeah, they don't always gotta have the championship. I don't care. You can give it back to Alexa Bliss. She hasn't been champion in like 3 years.
Exactly.
There's so many people they can have.
I would like it. Yeah, I think
they're not building other stars.
Personally, I would think I would have it like. You know how back in the day they used to have like when they defended titles on like national like TV.
They do it all the time. I don't know if you know.
But I wish it was more title changes. Not like how Sasha and Charlotte. That shit was disgusting.
Yeah,
but
gotta be saying the same two people. But
I want to see. Yeah, I want to see how AJ Styles and Jinder Mahal match was back when AJ Styles won that off of SmackDown. And everyone was so shocked. Yeah, it was random. Like, I want some random. I don't want it to be like, I have to wait for a pay-per-view to see if this person even got a chance of retaining. You know what I mean? Because if they announce it, like, oh, they have a match tonight, you know damn well they're not going to win that match because it's a TV match. You're not going to do anything. So that's what I kind of don't like.
Yeah, I just look at the main event scene, and I just get disappointed because once, like, let's just say the WWE Championship for everybody that's in that match, that was in that match, has been a world champion.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's cool. Kevin Owens deserves to be a champion again.
Mm-hmm.
His championship run was not great. He deserves it again. And then Seth Rollins has been without a title for a while as well. 2019 was an okay year for him. It wasn't great, but could have been better.
That's why he lost to Universal.
Yeah.
To Brock.
He lost to Brock and he lost to The Fiend.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, Bobby, I would say he's year. He's been doing good in everything he's done, which is why they keep putting him in the matches. He deserves it.
He deserves it. That hurt business.
Yeah.
That propelled his career tenfold.
But you got to think of how many people they bring down to the same people regular, which is why I'm glad they moved guys like Randy Orton to the tag team division. Because why does a 15-time champion need to be in the picture all the time?
Yeah,
I'm glad Edge isn't fighting for the title. AJ Styles could be doing it, should be, but it's like these are the same guys that we've seen for the last couple of years, anyways. They've lost a lot of people that they could have used. Let's just think of some big names they lost: Rusev, Keith Lee, Karrion Kross could have been something. Heck, Jeff Hardy could have came back and did something.
I like to give him a push too.
Yeah.
They
were. Apparently, he was supposed to fight Roman Reigns the day one.
Yeah, he was supposed to fight Roman Reigns the day one. And then
that's why Brock came back so fast.
Exactly. That's the whole reason why Brock.
Jeff Hardy and him were going to have a feud, and then him and Roman were going to fight at Royal Rumble.
Exactly. I heard.
Then they pushed Brock up because they released Jeff.
Mm-hmm. I heard that whole thing happened because of Jeff. Like, if Jeff didn't leave, we won't see Brock until damn near Royal Rumble.
He was supposed to come back until the end of December, which wouldn't have been enough time to build up for.
Exactly. He would just showed up and then up and that.
Because I don't know if you remember, but he got suspended. Well, you don't know. But he got quote unquote suspended.
And what was his fine? Like
$1 million.
A mil, but you know damn well he wasn't paying that.
He paid nothing.
He didn't pay nothing. It was just an exaggeration thing. Yeah. But
that's all I'm saying. That's all I have. My biggest issues: continuity errors on a regular basis, and then the same old shit. Man. SOS.
Yeah. Yeah, please. Just all right. Before we wrap it up, it was a great, first episode. We're gonna have a lot more coming. I'm thinking next video we'll probably do our draft. We're not gonna do our whole draft again, but we'll go over what we drafted to our resonate brands, and it'll probably start making kind of like storylines we want to pull out. I think that'd be a cool idea. We're also gonna wait. Yeah, we're also gonna wait until 2K22 WWE 2K22 to come out with our GM modes for our respective brands. I think that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a really fun experience. I mean, maybe do something with 2K. I don't know. We can figure out something. We got a lot of plans with the channel.
Yeah, if we get it on PC, we should stream it.
We'll have a lot of plans for the channel coming up soon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
I would say we could do that. Sorry,
if do you guys have anything else to say before we peace out?
Oh yeah, one more thing. In terms of the brands thing that we got going on, for the videos that we do, I guess we could talk about it later. But I just want to say I'm planning on changing my belts.
Oh no, you can change your belts. Yeah,
I mean,
you can do anything you want.
Yeah, I don't know. We gotta
make custom titles and everything.
Yeah, possibly. Since there's gonna be a video game anyways.
We're gonna have a whole lot plans. Hopefully, we get one working sometime the next couple days. I know I'm off. I know we're off, so we're gonna try to make something happen. Yeah, we're gonna try to make something happen. If we don't, just know it's on the way. Just know it's on the way. This is our wrestling channel. Yeah, just our wrestling channel. Where every week we're gonna try to give y'all updates on just a week, rumors, shit, like, Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views, anything, throw out the classics, stuff like that. So, we're all pretty, avid wrestling fans. So, you can see a lot for the show. By the way, no one knows, I'm Julian, aka Jew. Introduce yourself real quick.
Big Corday, also known as Young Juice.
Okay, all right.
Tevin, aka Tevy T. Allen.
There you go.
I guess we're talking about our real channel, Jesus Juice, but
yeah,
that's what he was doing.
Thank you. We're gonna plug in our YouTube channels at the end. I'll plug them in there, so you make sure you get everyone else to follow. But yes, it's the start of something very, 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 very awesome. Can't wait to keep on doing these videos to see where we go. Eventually, hopefully, one day we'll hit the collabs with people and stuff like that.
So maybe we should do a weekly wrestling review.
Exactly, we'll do obviously weekly wrestling reviews. We'll also have other videos scheduled as well. Between all three of us, we're gonna have a lot of great content. Just want to say that. So, thank you guys so much for watching episode 1. We love you. Peace out.
See ya.
Bye.